Hello to everybody, today we prepare a hydromel. This is an easy recipe, but on the web you can find thousands of recipes because this kind of fermentation is old like humankind, so it's thousands of years that the people do it, and they do in different way, not only with honey but also with fruits, spices and so on. But now I will show you how to do this one. To prepare this hydromel we will need only 2 liters of water, 1 kilogram of honey and the yeast. In the comment I will put the link to buy this kind of yeast and also the specific yeast for this kind of recipe. Now we put the pot on the fire and we turn on the fire and we add the honey. We should reach the temperature of 80 degrees. If you have the instrument to check the temperature, you will spend $7–8. I will put also the link of this in the comments. If not, when you see that start to boil, you turn off the fire and you start to cool down our water. This will help the selvatic yeast to die. If you want to use the yeast that you already find in the honey, you should put directly the honey in the water. But let's do properly. Now it's warm, so we can put in the fermentator. We close with a bubble and maybe later, after 2 or 3 hours, we can go to add the yeast. We should check that our honey have reached the temperature of 25 degrees. Remember to check the initial density. After 3–4 hours, our honey have reached the room temperature. So now we put some yeast. We close with a bubble and see you tomorrow morning to check if the fermentation start. But first I have to take a little bit of honey with the water. After I will show to you the initial density. The initial density is 1100. So for the final density we should wait the end of the fermentation, but we will see tomorrow morning to check our fermentation. So good night. Good morning. After 10 hours
the fermentation, we can say start. The fermentation start. You can see this from the bubbles and also from the foam that you will find on the top of our honey. Now I will show to you. The fermentation will go ahead for some days, so see you in the next days to check our fermentation. After 1 week, the fermentation is still working. We see that from the bubble that is still in pressure and from the balls in our most. So we can leave the fermentation going on. Now there will be 1 ball. See you in few days. The fermentation is going on like you have saw from the bubble. So now we keep it still in the fermentator, but like you can see the foam disappear and now is more clear than the last week. So now we will wait another week. See you next week. After 2 months, finally we can put in the bottles. Like you can see, it's very clear. Now we remove the bubble and after we put in the bottles. You can keep in the bottles for 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year. There is different kind, different choice. I will try to keep 1 month and after I will test it. Naturally, we put apart some of our hydromel because we want to check the final gravity to know how much alcohol contain. And if you like, you can keep the yeast for the next time. Naturally, you put in a glass container, close with the lid, in the fridge. Until next time. The final gravity is 1052. Like you remember, the initial gravity was 1100, so 1100 less 1052 we have the number of 48. Now we divide 48 for 7.5. The result is 6.4. So the alcohol in our hydromel is 6.4%. Now we can put our hydromel in the basement. At least we should wait 1 month. So see you next month. Very good. Now I will try with the blue cheese. Spectacular, because the hydromel is a little bit sweet, with the blue cheese is perfect.
like you know, the honey with the blue cheese is perfect. Okay guys, see you next time. Remember to subscribe to the channel, to leave me a like it, and to watch the other video. Here you can make this strong blue cheese. Bye bye.